At the end of all of it, the money, the noise, the opinions, only one thing matters: what they say when you're gone. I've watched men trade their honor for a moment in the sun, sell the only thing they own just to say that they won. And won what exactly? A room full of applause from people who forget them when the clapping pauses. I want something different, something that endures, not the mansion or the car, something more and something pure. I want my children's children to inherit a clean name, a man who walked with integrity, not a man who played the game. Every deal I make it looking in the mirror. Every word I speak it so the meaning's clearer. I'm not performing for the crowd, I'm performing for myself and for the version of my name that outlives my health.
I wanna die with my name clean, with nothing left to hide and nothing left to mean. Every word I gave was true, every promise followed through. I wanna die with my name clean. Not perfect, just honest, just real, just seen when they lower me to rest. Let them say I gave my best. I wanna die with my name clean.
Legacy is not the monuments you build in stone, it's the way you treated people when you were alone with power. Did you wield it like a servant or a king? Did you lift somebody up or did you covet everything? I have failed, I will say that openly and clear, but the failures weren't from malice, they were from being here, being human, being flawed, being in the fight, trying in the darkness, reaching for the light. And every time I stumbled, every time I fell, I got up with my integrity. I'm here to tell the story of a man who wasn't always right, but was always in a
I
fight.
wanna die with my name clean, with nothing left to hide and nothing left to mean. Every word I gave was true, every promise followed through. I wanna die with my name clean. Not perfect, just honest, just real, just seen when they lower me to rest. Let them say I gave my best. I wanna die with my name clean.
Not rich, not famous, not remembered by millions. Just honest, just faithful, just present. That's the legacy I'm building, brick by quiet brick, day by imperfect day. I wanna leave this world the way I came in, with nothing to prove and nothing to hide,
Nothing to hide,
nothing to prove.
nothing to prove.
Just a clean name.
Just the truth. I wanna die with my name clean, with nothing left to hide and nothing left to mean. Every word I gave was true, every promise followed through. I wanna die with my name clean. Not perfect, just honest, just real, just seen when they lower me to rest. Let them say I gave my best. I wanna die with my name clean.
That's all I ever wanted. A clean name and a clear conscience. That's enough. That's more than enough. I don't know if anyone is listening, but if you are, you know what I've been through. I prayed on my knees when the money ran dry. I prayed for direction when I couldn't see why.
I work through the winners, I work through the grief. I planted in concrete and I prayed for relief. And there were days the silence felt like an answer. Days the doubt spread through me like a cancer. But I got up, I always got up, that's the truth. Even when the getting up had nothing left to prove to anyone but me. And maybe something higher, something that was watching every time I walked through fire. I didn't always make it graceful, I was rough. But God, if you were watching, you saw me giving and no.
God knows I tried through every storm and every sleepless night. God knows I tried when I had nothing left, I still held tight. Not for the applause, not for the reward, just because my spirit wouldn't let me fall. God knows I tried.
I've lost people that I thought would always stay. Watched dreams dissolve like sugar in the rain. Made mistakes that cost me more than I could pay. And carried shame so heavy it would ruin most men's days. But I got up, I prayed, I tried again. I fell short of perfect every now and then. But perfect was never what I was reaching for. Just to be better, just a little more than what I was the day before. That was the goal, to tend with honest hands to this imperfect soul. And if the ledger's being kept somewhere above, I hope what's written there is that I led with love.
God knows I tried through every storm and every sleepless night. God knows I tried when I had nothing left, I still held tight. Not for the applause, not for the reward, just because my spirit wouldn't let me fall. God knows I tried.
There were nights I questioned everything, every choice, every suffering. Nights I couldn't find a single reason. Nights that stretched like an endless season. But morning came, it always came. And I rose up broken, but the same. Flame still burning, small but real. And that's enough, that's how I heal.
That's it, my
You did enough.
God knows.
God knows! God knows!
God knows I tried through every storm and every sleepless night. God knows I tried when I had nothing left, I still held tight. Not for the applause, not for the reward, just because my spirit wouldn't let me fall. God knows I tried. God knows I tried.
I don't need the world to know. Just you. And you already do.
Don't wait until I'm gone to say the things you mean.
We get so caught up in the noise of every day that we forget to say the words we mean to say. Tomorrow is a promise nobody ever signed, And love left unexpressed is love we leave behind. I've watched people rush to eulogies to speak about a person that they barely called last week. And I don't want that story, don't want that ending. Don't want love on layaway, always pending. Tell me while the coffee's warm, tell me in the morning light, tell me in the argument, tell me in the fight. Cause love that only surfaced at the funeral is late. And I want all of mine before I meet my fate.
Love me while I'm here, while I can feel it, while I'm near. Don't save your flowers for the grave. Love me in the everyday. Love me while I'm here. Say it now, I wanna hear. Time is not a guarantee.
Love me now.
Love me while I'm here.
I think about my father, how we lost so many years to stubbornness and silence and unspoken fears. Two men who loved each other couldn't find the words, so we folded all our feelings into paper birds and let them fly away until one day he was there and then he wasn't. Just that way, and I stood at the graveside full of everything I meant to say. Every I love you that I saved for another day. So I'm saying it now to everyone I hold. Before the seasons change and before we both grow old. Before the phone stops ringing, before the chair sits empty. Love loudly while you have it. Love costs nothing, love is plenty.
Love me while I'm here, while I can feel it, while I'm near. Don't save your flowers for the grave. Love me in the everyday. Love me while I'm here. Say it now, I wanna hear. Time is not a guarantee.
Love me now.
Love me while I'm here.
If you love someone, say it today. Not at the service, not beside the grave. Say it over dinner, say it in the rain. Say it in the silence, say it through the pain. Say it while they're here, say it while they're real. Say it while the love is something you can feel.
While you're here, while we're here, say it now. Love me now.
Love me while I'm here, while I can feel it, while I'm near. Don't save your flowers for the grave. Love me in the everyday.
Love me while I'm here.
Say it now, I wanna hear. Time is not a guarantee. Love me now.
Love me while I'm here.
Say it today, not tomorrow. Today. The thing about being loyal is that it doesn't protect you from the people you loyal to. I gave my best to people who gave me their worst. Stayed through the drought, was absent in the thirst. Held secrets like a vault, never let them spill. Even when the ones I kept them full went for the kill. See, loyalty ain't just a word to me, it's a code. A way of carrying people's weight along the road. Even when my back was breaking, even when I bled, I showed up for the living and I prayed for the dead. But codes mean nothing when the other side ain't bound. And I've been loyal to a fault, till the fault hit the ground. Swallow my resentment, smile through the pain, stayed when leaving would have been the same way.
Loyal to a fault, gave you everything and more. Loyal to a fault, now I'm bleeding on the floor. You took my best and left me with the rest. Loyal to a fault, loyal to a fault.
I remember staying when everyone said go. I remember choosing you in the depths of every low. Defended your name in rooms you never entered.
Kept your dignity intact while mine was splintered. In the funny thing about giving all you've got is you find out very quickly who deserves it and who does not. You find the ones you carry couldn't carry you a mile. You find the love you gave so freely wasn't worth their while. So I'm sitting with the lesson in the quiet of the night, that being loyal to a fault means you fought your own light. Dim yourself to let them shine, that's a losing game. And the person I was loyal to, I'll never be the same.
Loyal to a fault, gave you everything and more. Loyal to a fault, now I'm bleeding on the floor. You took my best and left me with the rest. Loyal to a fault, loyal to a fault. I don't regret the love, I only mourn the waste of all the finest parts of me, poured into empty space. But I am learning now that loyalty begins at home. You cannot pour from empty, you cannot love on bones. So I take it back, the pieces that remain, and I promise to be loyal to myself again. Loyal to a fault, but now I know my worth. Loyal to a fault was the lesson, not the curse. I gave my best, now I reclaim the rest. Loyal to a fault, no more.
The most important loyalty is the one you keep with yourself.
There are things I carry that I never put into words until now. I smile in photographs like everything is fine, like the cracks don't run so deep they touch my spine. People ask me how I'm doing, I say good, like I haven't been pretending since my childhood. See, the version that the world gets is polished and rehearsed. The real one stays locked up, been there since the first. Hurt that made me quiet, made me cold, made me still. Taught myself to function while I'm learning how to feel. Mama raised a soldier, told me don't you cry, so I swallowed every tear and I just watched them die inside. Where nobody goes, nobody knows the garden of my grief and how quietly it grows.
You don't have to hide it anymore. I see the way you've been carrying along. Every scar you cover up, every wall you built up. Baby, you don't have to face this on your own. Let me see the parts you never showed. Let me love the wounds that haven't healed. You don't have to hide it anymore.
I've been strong for so long, I forgot what weak feels like. Been fighting in the dark so long, I'm scared of the light. Relationships would crumble cause I couldn't let them in. Kept the door half open, never let them see within. Therapists said tell me what you feel, I said fine. But fine is just a word I used to buy myself more time. Time to figure out if I'm worth the love I crave. Time to excavate the feelings that I buried like a grave. Deep, when nobody digs, nobody looks. The chapters of my story that I tore out of the books, I'm reading them tonight, alone by the low light. Wondering if healing is a feeling I can invite.
You don't have to hide it anymore. I see the way you've been carrying along. Every scar
Maybe this is where it starts. Saying out loud what broke my heart. Not for applause, not for the crowd, just to finally say it out loud. I was hurting, I was lost. I carried love at too high a cost. And I'm still here, still standing in the rain, learning that it's okay to feel the pain.
You don't have to hide it anymore. I see the way you've been carrying along. Every scar you cover up, every wall you built up. Baby, you don't have to face this on your own. Let me see the parts you never shown. Let me love the wounds that haven't healed. You don't have to hide it anymore.
These are the scars I never showed. And tonight, I'm letting them breathe.